Hi there, this is the Spanish double attack number 2. I noticed in the pre-recording that it was almost identical to a previous trap recorded in the Spanish, so this one then will inherit the name of its predecessor with the suffix number 2. So the Spanish double attack number 2, e4 and e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5 is the Spanish, a6 drives the bishop back to a4, and knight f6 targets the pawn on e4. White can give that pawn up by castling, because knight takes on e4 will open up the e file. So b5 can be played by black, and now after bishop b3, it's only flight square. Black can play bishop to c5, and here white can go for a Dracula Frankenstein idea with knight takes on e5. This doesn't give up a piece, because if black takes with knight takes on e5, white's going to get the piece back with d4, which forks the bishop on c5 as well as the knight on e5. So in this particular variation, the bishop's going to drop back. I mentioned that black could be doing okay after bishop takes on d4. Let's just run through those moves. Bishop takes d4, queen takes on d4, and d6. Black's doing okay. If instead, after d4, the bishop drops back, in the previous trap it was to b6, but here bishop drops back to d6, white's going to win first with d takes on e5, getting the piece back, forking the bishop and the knight, but the bishop's going to take that pawn. White's going to proceed now with f4, hitting the bishop again. If the bishop drops back now to d6, the pawn, the e pawn now can march on with a secondary fork, hitting the bishop and the knight. Black's only chance is to throw in a check, bishop c5, and then to move the knight. After king h1, now the attack knight on f6 has to move out of harm's way, so it's moving back to g8, but now queen d5 is winning for white. It's not a double attack, it's a triple attack. We've got checkmate on f7, the rook on a8 is dropping, as is the bishop on c5, and white here is winning. So this has been called the Spanish double attack number 2. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.